Hey there, Magic One, Bronya here. Welcome to your end of year tarot reading. In this reading, we're going to look at the general energies for October, November, and December. We'll then move into detailed spreads, one for work, career, finance, and one for love and relationships. I will also timestamp those down below. If you are wondering what 2023 holds for you, the doors are now open for my year ahead personal tarot readings. The first link down below will take you to a page on my website where you can learn all about that. For now, I am just wishing you so much love and magic for the rest of the year. Let's head to your reading. Sagittarius, let's jump straight in by drawing your general energies for October, November, and December. I'm working with the Moonchild Tarot. We'll pull a card for, the Empress for October for each one of your months with clarifiers, and then we will read them. Okay, November, Queen of Swords. That is Libra energy for me. And for your December to close out the year, the Four of Pentacles. Okay, let's get the clarifiers. Clarifying the Empress in October, I have got the Ten of Swords. Okay. Clarifying the Queen of Swords, I have got the Six of Swords. A lot of swords energy around you, Saggy. And the Eight of Wands clarifies the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So October, the Empress and the Ten of Swords, Sagittarius. The Ten of Swords is associated with endings, and generally they are pretty final with the Ten of Swords, and sometimes they can be painful as well. I'm just going to have to say that. So you might be, ending a job or a relationship, ending a chapter of your life in a certain place or something like that. Now, we're in a very intense retrograde season up until about the 17th of October. I think we've got 8 planets in and out of retrograde. So you might be traversing this ending, but it might not be until November that you can really move on and take the action that you want. One thing that I do love about seeing the Ten of Swords here with the Empress is that, Sagittarius, this really clears the way for you to get back to your hopes, dreams, and wishes. The Empress says that there is something burning in your heart to be birthed into, the reality, and this is going to help you. I feel like you're in a situation that might be blocking that. So there might be a relationship that's been taking a lot of your energy, or work situation, because sometimes the Ten of Swords can be, resources are depleted. You might be struggling with your well-being here, and it really is time to move ahead. Now, if you're wondering, should I not end this? The Empress is a yes card. She is the green light to move forward, and she gives you her blessing. Now, for some of you, you might not be in control of this. Somebody else may have let you know about this ending, which is never easy, but we have to trust that everything works out for a reason here, Sagittarius, and you're actually going to be able to recreate and rebirth out of this situation. Now, for your November, I've got the Queen of Swords with the Six of Swords. So Libra energy, but the Queen of Swords can be associated with justice. So there might be, a contract that you are moving on from. There could be a legal component to this for some of you. There could even be a divorce or separation or ending of a work contract, something like that, that really allows you to set sail in a new direction. The Queen of Swords says that these changes are required to bring things back into balance for you. And you've been in this kind of time where emotions have been running high, and there's been that sort of unsteady energy for long enough, Sagittarius, and you are moving on to smoother sailing and a greater sense of balance here. And I know it's with a heavy heart, but these are the experiences that life has given you for your own growth. You're learning so much about yourself and your truth, and the next choices that you make, Sagittarius, you'll be able to choose what's in alignment with that, and that's when life just gets so much more juicy, so much better. So the Queen of Swords is an active, forward-moving energy of transformation in your life. She can stand for the big decision, the big communication that really has you move on in a new direction. Spirit is saying this is a necessary rite of passage for you in order to get to the next stage. In your December, I've got the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, more change. So the end of the year is all about change and new directions for you. In terms of the astrology that we have going on, October and November are very intense months, and it just feels that by December you are through the other side and you can begin embracing the new path here. Now, the Four of Pentacles can be that some fears arise as part of that process. There can be feelings of being unsure about the unknown, maybe about our monetary resources, maybe about really putting ourselves out there in some kind of way. But it feels that if you are needing some kind of new opportunity, whether it's a new job, a new home, or relocation, the energy is there in December for that. There are also strong travel themes here between the Six of Swords and the Eight of Wands. You may be taking a trip to see family or a trip to have an interview or something like that. The Eight of Wands as a reader for me, Saggy, is about a change of direction. Okay, it's doing a 180. It's not like, you know, going around full circle and repeating a cycle, but doing something new, really doing life in a different way here is what I'm feeling. It's about expanding beyond your comfort zone and beyond your horizons, and sometimes it can be divine intervention that is changing the game for you. So you can expect some communication or a message in December, or some kind of travel that has you heading in a new direction here. Sometimes the Eight of Wands is about synchronicity and, you know, being put on a path through sudden change as well. So it'll be interesting to see how these energies follow through, Sagittarius, into your individual spreads, which we'll get to next. Sagittarius, these are your cards for work, career, and finance. And wow, you do have a lot of powerful major arcana here: the Sun, the Hierophant, the Emperor. I'm definitely feeling changes in work, career, and we have a big indicator of victory here as well. Again, we have that Eight of Wands. So around December, I'm kind of feeling for you, you can expect a shift or change here. So the Queen of Wands is the lead tarot energy. She's the minor arcana of Aries for me, Saggy, and I also have the Emperor, which is the major arcana of Aries. Now, this is associated with making bold moves, okay? It is also around leaps of faith into a new direction. So I'm really feeling that energy for you. One thing about the Queen of Wands is that this is the energy of determination to go after your passions or what makes you feel on purpose. I sort of feel that you're being called towards new potential and new growth, and I feel like it's more about the work that you're doing in the world rather than the money. I don't have any pentacles here. It's about really trying to find that purpose. Now, you may be dealing with an Aries person, or you may have had an interaction with somebody who is really embodying that energy, and you're thinking, wow, I really want to be lit up like that person, and it feels like you can make those moves. We've got a personal issue reaches resolution. It's the full moon in Cancer card. Queen of Cups is here. That's also my card of Cancer. So you might be getting some good advice from somebody. You might be dealing with a Cancer, but often the Queen of Cups is sort of a therapist energy, or somebody who's really got your back, that really helps steer you in the right direction here and overcome a personal issue to do with work and career. And maybe you were stuck in a very traditional role here. It might be what you thought you needed to do, or that you were working that role for stability or security, but all the Wands is coming in, which is all of the action, all of the passion, and that's the direction that you're wanting to go in. Now, Sag, I got an interesting card here out of the Abundance Angels deck, and it's about clean energy food. So it might help you to have a bit of a detox, or to be being more mindful as to what's going into your body, because that can give you a lot of clarity around that, and that can also help raise your energy. It says when you fuel your body with a healthful diet, you increase your energy and ability to focus, and this leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. So keep that vibration really high here. So we've got the Queen of Cups and the Page of Wands here in your situation. And this is interesting because the Page of Wands is associated with good news. I also have the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is synchronistic good news coming in. It can be a new direction here that's very much in its early stages. I feel that this Queen of Cups, whoever it stands for, you know, could tip you off about something or plant the seed for you to begin looking elsewhere. And I just feel that there's an opportunity to be connected with here. I feel that up until now with the Page of Wands, you've been feeling quite stagnant in work, career, finance. Maybe you've sort of hit a ceiling as to what you can achieve, or it could just be that you've fallen out of love with what you're doing, because it very much is that traditional path that is not a fit for a big truth seeker like you, Saggy. So the Page of Wands, what I see in this card is somebody who's sort of looking over their shoulder and going, okay, well, that was a good chapter. You know, I did learn some things, but I'm going through the stargate into the unknown. I'm going to have a go at connecting with something that I'm really, really passionate about. I want the Ace of Cups when it comes to work, career, something that feels like it's going to give me happiness, I feel connected with, it's going to give me, you know, emotional satisfaction here. So stay grounded like the Queen of Cups throughout the process, and I do feel that there could be somebody that you liaise with here, Saggy, that gives you some good news or gives you some kind of tip off that really helps lead you in this process. And whatever that ending was that you went through in October, that could be the gateway to freeing you up for change as well, as what I'm feeling. The challenge is the Sun with the Hierophant. We have a Leo energy, we have Taurus energy. So the challenge I feel is actually the Hierophant, and that is maybe giving up a certain amount of stability and security in order to go after this new opportunity, and to maybe challenge your ideas of tradition and challenge your ideas as to how you want to show up in the world in work and career. This also asks you to have faith, right? The Hierophant is a big card of faith, and being the number 5 in the major arcana, it feels like you're at a very important turning point here where it's like, okay, you can continue to do, you know, the traditional and follow the well-worn path, but you have the opportunity to step off that and fall in love with what you do. And then I feel that if you do that, then the rest will follow, the money, the recognition, and all of those things. The Sun says that you are at a point of rebirthing in your work career and overcoming the challenges of the past. And the Sun is also a card of victory. It's also a yes card to move ahead. And it says that the future actually looks really bright for you. They say it's the most positive card in the tarot deck. Of course, it's the Leo energy, which is about having the strength and courage to follow the callings of the heart. So advice, 8 of Wands and the Emperor, make some boss moves. The Emperor is about having laser focus on your dreams here and making the strategic moves to make them happen. Being Aries energy again, yeah, it's about getting in control and really moving forward and laying a new foundation now. So with the 8 of Wands, I feel that again, there's a message or a communication about a new opportunity, or at least a new direction here, where I feel that you will be stepping up a level in your work career. Some of you might even be wanting to start a side hustle or begin your journey on the entrepreneurial path with something that you really feel passionate about. With the Page of Cups here, it could be something quite creative or something that's going to bring you joy, because there's just this energy I'm feeling where the traditional is it's just become so dull to you and you're on autopilot and you just really want to feel that sense of aliveness again. So the outcome, I've got the 6 of Wands with the 9 of Swords. So there is some stress around this, and I think it's because there is a lot of change here, and you might not have been expecting to to take these steps at the end of 2022, but the energy is here, and it feels like you've also been recognized, you've stood out, maybe you've been headhunted for something, and it's almost like, well, the opportunity has presented, so I would be, you know, foolish not to be the fool and take a leap of faith on this one. That's what I see. You accepting an Ace of Wands here, accepting a new offer, an opportunity that's going to take you riding in that new direction. And the Page of Cups is a big energy of signs and synchronicities. So it just could be that things have just aligned. Maybe it all started with something that the Queen of Cups said to you, and before you know it, you're moving in a whole new direction, laying a whole new foundation to really, you know, become the emperor, or to steps towards building your own empire starting now. And then that energy, I feel, will expand across 2023 for you. So here are your cards for love and relationships, Sagittarius, and it's that time in the reading where I start to see all of the dots connect. I've got the Queen of Cups here that we've seen before, the Six of Wands. I have the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. So it just feels like your moves are all connected towards the end of the year. The Tower is here, and I was intuitively feeling that Ten of Swords and Empress energy in October linked to love and relationships for you. So I think there's going to be changes in that area for you. So the Tower can be, you know, where an existing relationship significantly changes or ends, okay? We've got endings and beginnings here. So I feel that maybe some of you have met somebody else, or one of you has, and that is the catalyst for a falling tower here. It often happens that way in longer term relationships. So the Tower says that, you know, you were in a situation where in the foundation there was something shaky. Maybe you've outgrown it. Maybe there's a value that you just haven't been able to get past that's different. Maybe you've just fallen out of love. Either way, the universe is helping you to shift and move on, maybe by bringing you somebody else. And yeah, as I mentioned, it often happens that way. With the Tower, we are generally encouraged to let it fall, not to try and patch it up or rebuild, because if we haven't fixed the foundation, generally we'll just go around for a bit more of a cycle and we'll be back at a falling tower again. So it really is about, you know, allowing this to fall so we can lay a new foundation. Now, I do think this will be a bit of a challenging chapter for you. I do have the self-love card. And remember, we had that clean energy food card as well. So it's a good time for you to look after yourself, look after your body. That's going to help, you know, you navigate through this in, you know, much more smooth fashion. It says, let the wall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child fall. I long to take care of myself like never before. So there could be, you know, you might be feeling exposed and vulnerable. There might be some inner child work that you are needing to do to successfully navigate through this. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Just be very open, just be very honest about where you are and what you're feeling. I think it's always better to communicate from the heart. So where you are, you've got the Nine of Wands and the Six of Wands in your situation. I think this has been a longer term struggle for you, you know, Sagittarius. The Nine of Wands could be 9 months, could be 9 years. You haven't been happy in this for a while, and you've got the battle scars to prove it. Sometimes the Nine of Wands feels like, you know, I can't be myself. I'm on fight, flight, or freeze. There's just been an ongoing struggle, and I'm really close to the Ten of Wands, which is I just want this burden to be lifted. I want release from this situation. I want victory. I want to move on from the struggle and into brighter times, and that energy is there. Now, because you've kind of been, you know, repeating that mantra to yourself, Sagittarius, I think the universe has heard that, and I just feel that they're bringing somebody in for you, okay? I'm going to say, because I'm seeing the Three of Swords in the Tower, I don't feel this is a reconnection energy. I feel like this is somebody new coming in, and they hold the final wand. that adds to the 9 that makes it the 10. They hold the wand that initiates the falling tower. So I think it's a new connection. It's in the challenge area because it's going to put you at the crossroads and you're going to have to go through a tower to connect with it. But all of the ingredients are there, Saggy. The passion, the chemistry, you can feel the potential, and it's just too much for you to not bring down the tower because you're already, been struggling for long enough. So I feel there's someone new here that you feel all of those right ingredients with. But the advice is the 3 of Swords and the Queen of Cups. There needs to be a severing of ties or an ending in order to embrace the Ace of Cups. And even though you want this, it's still going to hurt, okay? And it's going to feel very vulnerable because you're going to have the communication that you didn't want. I mean, so you didn't want to have that communication so much so that you've put up with this, being unhappy with this person for much longer than you should have. Queen of Cups is here, interestingly, again. Remember that was in your situation with your work career, and I just feel that this could be who you're separating from. So even though the love or the passion's not there, they are your solid stable in some ways, and they are a beautiful person, even though they just might not be meant for you, which makes it even harder, okay? And I just feel that, yeah, this is the direction that shifts the change, and I think they're going to take it better than what you think. Remember how it came through in work career that something they may say to you sets you on that path to change. They might give you the blessing and to say, well, look, you know what, now you can finally go after that dream. I feel, maybe this relationship was holding you back. Finally, you can relocate to that place, start that business. I just feel that they're going to give you their blessing. So it is a falling tower, but it just feels like there is some, there's a bittersweet silver lining here as well. And that is the Ace of Cups with the 2 of Swords. That is you being at the crossroads, about to step into a completely new path, a new direction. You might be relocating for this as well. It's just coming through. But the Ace of Cups is a new emotional beginning in the direction that's going to fulfill you at soul level. You've got the passion and chemistry, but you've also got the happiness. You've also got the values in place. You've also got, you've got the Ace of Cups here. I mean, there was connection in a cup where you were, but it just wasn't quite the right fit. So with the 2 of Swords, yeah, you do have to weigh this up, but I think the decision is made, and it's really just about you, going through the process of saying yes to it. It's going to transform your life, and I think it's going to help you heal this energy here as well. Maybe where you felt like you had to stay in a situation because, there was a beautiful person here and you should keep trying. But it just hasn't worked out. And I think remember that the success of a relationship shouldn't be measured by the duration. It's really, did you learn what you need to from it? And also, did you actually go your separate ways in the right timing as well to move on to new timelines? So I just feel towards the end of 2023, Sagittarius, there's a whole new timeline across the board in terms of work, career, and love, but they are intertwined in some way. There's a link or relationship between them as well. So that's what I have for you, Saggy. You've got some big energies coming up. I'm wishing you all the best with it, and do take care. If you are curious as to what 2023 holds for you, the first link down below will take you to a page where you can learn about my year ahead tarot reading, your personal tarot reading, and what that will tell you and what that includes. If you really want to get that roadmap for 2023 that will make you feel best prepared to enter into the year and work with the available energies and navigate through this with confidence. So you'll find that down below. Either way, drop me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this reading. Did it resonate? Is this aligning for you? How are you feeling about it? Share with me. I love to connect with you over there. And please do hit subscribe on your way out to support the channel and the work that I'm doing here. I'm just wishing you so much love and magic for the big changes coming through at the end of 2022 for you, Sagittarius. Do take care. Bye for now.